Hey guys, Chris here and welcome back to the channel. Recently I did a video on my heavy EDC kit that I carry in the side-by-side, or I can throw in the tractor or the glove box of my car, or even a backpack. And that got me thinking, what about a budget-friendly EDC kit? Because although that kit's not super expensive to put together, there are a lot of expensive things in that kit that, what if we could put together a EDC kit, heavy EDC kit or tool kit, whatever you want to call it, from Harbor Freight. So I did that. I went to Harbor Freight and I put together this little kit, and I want to share it with you guys, and we'll talk about it in the comments and maybe get some feedback, and you guys can tell me what you carry. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so before we get into this kit, there's a couple things I want to mention. One is, as your budget goes down, the size of your kit goes up. So this is my original kit, and this is the new kit. Now, obviously you could probably find other substitutes for all of this online to make this kit a little bit more compact. But my goal was to go to Harbor Freight and see what I could put together for an EDC toolkit on a budget. And honestly, I came out under $70. So it's not too bad. Now, if you put that in perspective, the multi-tool in this kit alone, I think, is more than $70. So there's some trade-off here. Also, Harbor Freight doesn't sell any multi-tools, which would have replaced a couple of things in this kit, and maybe would have therefore made this kit a little bit more compact. So keep all this in mind. This is just an experiment. What could I do at Harbor Freight on a budget? Also, I want to say that this is not something that you're going to carry on your person. This is more, you'll throw it in a backpack, in a glove box, in a side-by-side, in a tractor. It's not to replace your entire toolkit. This is to keep a project moving forward kit. So with that being said, and I got all that out of the way, let's take a look at what I put together here in no particular order. So right off the rip, we got a 6-foot pocket tape. I can't fit it in this case, so you're just gonna have to toss it in with the kit. That's the other thing. Harbor Freight doesn't really have any cases or bags that are something that we could make EDC kits out of. This is like the perfect EDC bag for the little toolkit. So I went with what they had, and this was the small organizer for $4.99. I did have to modify it. It came with dividers molded into it, and I did get a little carried away and caused some holes in the bottom. So if you do buy this plastic case, know that you're going to have to cut some dividers out of it, and be awful careful cutting them out, because you can end up with holes in the bottom. Now, this case still works, obviously, but it's no longer waterproof, and they claim this to be waterproof new. So that's kind of neat. If you're careful, you can maintain that waterproof. So some of these items I would actually just throw in my pocket, but to have a grab and go kit, I just wanted to show how they all kind of pack in here, and it is tight. It is you have to put this kit in here just right to get everything to fit. So keep that in mind. Right off the rip, let's go with the Doyle knife. I actually like this knife. It's got a very quick action. I don't know how well the lockup is. Like, I don't know under hard use how well this will hold up. But again, this is just an addition to maybe what you might have in your pocket, that type of thing. So the blade looks like it's easy to change. I think you just, oh yeah, perfect. Just press that little button and pull your blade out. I love these utility blade knives. You know, when the knife wears out, you just throw a fresh utility blade in there and it's good to go. But overall, this isn't a bad little knife. I actually quite like it. It has a seatbelt cutter on there, place for a lanyard if you chose to do so. A nice deep pocket carry. Not bad. Next up is this Braun pen light. It is just a AAA flashlight. Nothing fancy there. It does have a pocket clip on it that you can reverse, like so. And then you can clip it on your hat, which is a bonus for me. I love being able to clip a light on my hat. Makes it hands-free. So not a bad little light. I don't know if did I say the price is $6.99 and it's 85 lumens, however you say that, 85 lumens. Not a bad little flashlight for $7. Let's go with the fire starter next. Now this I didn't have in my other kit, and I kind of went back and forth on this because I'm not really building a survival kit here. This is more of an EDC kit, tool kit. But I will say this, a lot of times I have to start fires out here on the property, you know, burning brush, burning boxes, whatever. And it's not a bad thing to have. You scrape the magnesium off, and then you strike the ferro rod here onto the magnesium, and then throw sparks onto the magnesium. This thing sparks good, that's for sure. Yeah, nice. So throw sparks on the magnesium, and that ignites it, and then you can, you know, build your fire from there. All right, so we don't have a multi-tool, so we need a way to turn some bolts and hold bolts and stuff like that. So I included this little 6-inch adjustable wrench. Not the highest quality wrenches I've ever seen, but it is small and compact, somewhat lightweight. You could even, if you wanted to, you could drill holes in this handle to make it even more lightweight if you chose to do so. But it's also not a very inexpensive tool that if you lost it, you wouldn't necessarily be super upset about. And this thing came in at $4.99. So for $4.99, it went in my kit. Next is the locking pliers. Now I bought these in a set. It was a 3-piece set, and the reason why I bought the 3-piece set is I wanted these super small vice grip style pliers. Pliers like these come in super handy, not just for like gripping on bolts and nuts, but for pinching off lines and holding things together. A little pair of vice grips is not a bad thing to have, and the whole set was $6.99, so you can't really go wrong with that. I did include a pencil. Pencils is about the only thing Harbor Freight sells. They don't have pens or anything, and it was a carpenter's pencil. I cut it in half and threw it in this kit. It came in at 59 cents, so you know, you might need to write on something. Little pencil never hurt nothing. I would say my favorite thing out of this whole kit are these Quinn Scissors. These are like electrician scissors. They're a heavy duty pair of scissors, so you could cut, you know, zip ties with these things even. Small branches, obviously paper or whatever, or open up plastic packaging. But then they have these integrated cable cutters, wire strippers, which I wouldn't get too excited about, but they'd work in a pinch. Just a good heavy duty pair of scissors, and I'm actually impressed with these things for all the more they cost. They were $9.99. I'll probably be buying more of these and adding them to my my other kits and systems, but not a bad pair of scissors. Precision screwdriver set. So I wanted to have some sort of screwdriver included in this little set. Now, there are better options online than this. I don't think this is what I would go for. As a matter of fact, I'd probably go for the Texton set. It might even, I don't remember what the price on the Texton set is, but this set was $7.99. This is probably cheaper. But I'll tell you why. They failed on this. You pull this cap off, and there's no storage in this thing. Even the Texton, when you pull the cap off, there's room to put bits in the handle. And that would have made this so much better, just to have a little precision screwdriver that you could store the bits in the handle. But it did come in a plastic case, which is too big for our application. So that's kind of a fail on their part in design. They should have made this so that it was hollow inside, and then you could store a few bits, and then you would just have this. with the most common bits you use in your kit. But instead, I had to find a secondary container to hold the bits. Now, I probably could get away with just taking a few of these bits, because it comes with a lot of different Torx and flats and Phillips and stuff like that. But I could get away with just grabbing what I think I'm going to need and tossing them in this kit to save room and weight. But I threw them in this secondary container for now until I figure out where this is going to fit in or how I'm going to use it. Now, I looked and looked and looked at Harbor Freight for any sort of small secondary container to put these bits in, and I just couldn't come up with anything. So you'll have to use your imagination on this. This is a case a drill bit came in at some point in time that I bought. I just had it laying around. So you'll have to come up with something on your own. And it did come with a pair of long tweezers, which actually is not a bad thing to have. So they're not the greatest tweezers in the world, but they are a pair of tweezers. And it's kind of a bonus part of that kit. Not bad. And then the last thing are these Doyle needle nose pliers. Now, this might be a little redundant, but I originally was looking for a pair of side cuts in this size. I wanted a small pair of side cutters, and this pair of scissors could probably do most of the work that these side cutters are going to do. You know, these are going to cut wire, this is going to cut wire, these are going to cut zip ties and stuff like that. These will probably do the same. Well, obviously they'll do the same, but it's nice to have a pair of dedicated needle nose. So I actually like these because they not only have a pair of needle nose, a side cutter, but they also have a crimper. And that's pretty handy to, you know, do quick wire repairs. Also, I believe these two holes are wire strippers. There's wire strippers on here somewhere. Maybe it's in that cutter. But having the capabilities of crimping wires, cutting wires, stripping wires, and a pair of needle nose, it's not a bad way to go. And these are $9.99, so they're not terribly expensive. They're pretty cheap. Not a bad pair of pliers. I want to actually test these out more, see how well they work for crimping. I might actually end up buying a couple more pairs to add to my other kits. But there you go. Nice little pair of pliers for $9.99. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, guys. That's my little experiment at Harbor Freight, trying to put together a budget EDC, heavy-duty EDC toolkit. And like I said, this came to, it was $66.99, so under 77 or under 70 bucks plus tax. If you have any coupons or anything, you could obviously save some money there. But overall, not a bad way to go if you're on a budget. You could build this over time. Obviously, you don't have to buy it all at once. And pretty much the same capabilities of the more expensive EDC kit. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little experiment. Leave me a comment down below what your favorite tools are out of this, or what your favorite EDC tools from Harbor Freight are. And if you've made similar kits, you know, leave me a list. Let me know what you've done, or maybe a link to a video. I really enjoy this kind of stuff, and if you guys enjoy this too, I'll keep doing videos similar to this. We're not going to turn into an EDC channel, but I don't mind sharing some of this stuff with you guys. I am a tool junkie, so this kind of fits into my perspective. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.